What's going on, everybody? It's been a little while. Mike Rondo here in the Shed of Solitude. I was going to do a video on Saturday, but as some of you might have saw in the community post, it was like 20 degrees, 22 degrees in here. It was cold. I didn't want to waste the propane so much, so I was like, oh, I'll save it for a day. I'll do a video on yesterday, and unfortunately, yesterday I came out here, had a smoke. I wasn't sure how it was going to be. It was still cold. It was 20 degrees when I got in here. Turned the propane on, but it was still a bit cold, and I was like, well, I'm just going to have my pipe, relax, and kind of refocus and kind of get over all that depression stuff. And, it helped. It felt good. So, but it was too cold to do a video in here. My hands actually got cold. My feet and everything were warm. And you might have just saw on my short video that I just posted that I got the fans for the heater to work. I had to rig it with a metal plate, and I put the heater on it. It seems to work. I was worried that the plastic from the handle would catch fire, but it's all balanced and it's working. And the heat now, it's 52 degrees. This thing is kicking up a lot of heat towards me, and I think it is perfect now. Really great. I'm glad I got it to work. It makes a difference. This would have helped tremendously yesterday. So this all seems good. I'll let you guys know as I go. There's really it's all balanced, counterbalanced with the way the plate is and everything. So it's not exactly, I wouldn't recommend this. This isn't exactly safe. But it's working right now, and it's definitely great. And yesterday, 20 degrees, as I mentioned before with this, when it gets down to about 30 degrees and you kick on the heat on this, it struggles to get going, and eventually it kicked on and it started working, and it wasn't too bad. I got up to about 45 degrees in the shed, so it got nice and toasty in here. So it got very comfortable in here. It wasn't bad, but my hands were cold, my face was cold, and I had to retreat. I couldn't do a video in here. But anyway, today we are doing something. Thank you to someone who follows me on Instagram and on here. Roadie Man, I believe that's his name he goes by on Instagram, sent me a link to a new pipe place, and we're smoking this right now. I've been smoking this for a little bit. So he sent me a link, and I think he sent it to Northwest NW Piper. And this is from the Storyteller's Pipe. So it's another place to get your stuff. I'll leave a link for this one down below. I typically don't do that, but, you know what? I can't do that. I won't do that because then YouTube will probably get mad at me. But it's the Storyteller's Pipe. Just Google that. You'll find it. You'll be happy. It won't be a problem. But it says right here, thanks for your order, Michael. Have a prosperous new year and enjoy the smoke, Skeet. So thank you to Skeet. Hopefully he checks this out and sees it, so I'll give him a shout out. And he also he gave me a little, some pipe, what do you call it there? I'm drawing a blank now. But anyway, and of course, I also got, this is like the NW Piper's package, if you will. Presbyterian, which is another one I'll be trying this week. But we're going with Ironsides because he spoke very, and by the way, this is great because I didn't get a stupid warning label on this. So this tin is a collector to me. So this is, NW Piper smoked it, I want to say a month ago, maybe less than that. And he kind of bragged about it, and he was hyping it. And I'm like, well, I got to try it. If he likes it, I'm sure I'm going to like it. I trust him. So this is a dark, I don't have my glasses. Oh, here we go. Let me see, because I'm an old man. Let's see, a dark matured Latakia Virginia Flake. I believe there's Orientals in this as well. From what I remember from pipereviews.com or tobacco reviews, whatever the hell it is there. I'm a little fuzzy today. So it is a flake. It's this big, it almost looks like a cake as I dropped that type of thing. I don't know if you guys can see. I don't want to get this all over the place, but let me bring this up to you. So this is what it looks like. It's this big craggly cake looking thing, and it smells really good. Definitely Latakia, And not bad. Like, I thought this was going to be a lat bomb, and it's not that at all. It's pretty mild, actually, which I was surprised by. So I've been smoking it for about a half hour or so, and of course I'm doing it in honor of N.W. Piper. I'm using the pub pipe here, which is one of my favorites. It's moved up to... I haven't smoked my 320 pipe all that much since I got this one and the Sherlock Holmes one, so that says a lot about those pipes. But reading through some of the comments on the tobacco reviews, one person said it's a strong with the Latakia, and I do believe the Latakia is the strong, obviously the prominent flavor you're getting. It does seem to drown, but I think there's a good balance with the Orientals. If the Orientals, let me just check real quick. Let me, because I'm curious if I read it right. So we got Kentucky, Latakia, Oriental, Turkish, Virginia. So to me, it seems well balanced, and they gave it a 3.3. And this guy here, he says it's he had to brush his teeth for a week after smoking this. I don't get that. I've had worse, but I think it's a well balanced tobacco. To be honest, I think it's pretty dang good. I got to give N.W. Piper. I think he was onto something. Now I don't know if you can get this. As of now, you can try the Storyteller's pipe thing. Again, it's another place where we can go get pipe tobacco. So check them out. I was impressed. I'll be ordering more from them. I got a small, the NW package, as I call it, with the Presbyterian and old Ironsides. I just wanted to feel it out, test it out, and I did. And I like what happened here, and I'm probably going to order from them again, another one. But definitely mostly Latakia, but a hint of that Oriental, and I think it balances out pretty well. So it's a very pleasant smoke. Now, are you going to need to brush your teeth for a week? I could see some. Some would be like that. Me, I've been on, as some of you know, since what? Maybe October, late October. I've been on this Latakia train, really. I've kind of really leaned that way of late. This seems to be at the top of all that, to be honest, but now I'm curious if we're going to get down further in the bowl and I'm going to have that soapy kind of note. I wouldn't be surprised, but I don't think it'll be bad. But it's good. N.W. Piper. You got one in your corner there, so that's 1 point. You're on the ball on this one. Which I'm not surprised, to be honest. It's kind of got this toasty, warm feeling. And to be honest, I think it's a good winter blend. But I think Latakia, I think winter anyway. I think in my mind, I do. You may hear a whistling, and that's from the fans. They're kind of screaming. They're like hauling. 53, I'm curious what this is going to get up to. It's really nice and toasty in here. Wish I did this yesterday. This was just a luck of the draw, kind of let's try it. We'll MacGyver this. See if it works, and it should work in theory because it's a metal plate, and the fan's sitting on it, and there's like this little sensor that gets triggered when it warms up, and that's why you get that circulation. The way I was doing it before, I tried with the hacksaw to cut a little lip in so it would rest on it. This works out perfect, but maybe I'll do a video on it. I don't know if it really warrants it, but what I do like about it is that it can disassemble and it doesn't really modify or hurt anything, so no big deal. So it warmed up today after being cold yesterday. It was pretty bad the last 2 days, at least out in the shed. I woke up at 3 because I had trouble sleeping, and I woke up at 3. I looked out, and there was about, I want to say, 2 inches of snow. It looked like if it didn't warm up, we would have got socked with a blizzard for sure. And then it turned to rain when I woke up. It was a good day to sleep in, although I didn't get much sleep. And yeah, it's warmed up now, so that's why I'm out here doing this review. It's going to get cold again, although I think it's supposed to be semi-warm, so you'll probably see me do Presbyterian Wednesday-ish, because I think the weekend's going to be cold here. This is certainly a good blend for reading a book with this pipe. This is a good combo right here. I think it's fairly mild. I don't think it's as... did they give it a mild on this, on the rating here? Let me see. Let me see the strength here. All right, strength medium to strong. So it's medium. It's in between there. Flavoring none. Taste full, I would say yeah. Room note, they say it's strong. Again, that Latakia is the predominant one. Although Orientals, I have a hard time figuring that out. I kind of mix that up with Perique. Well, even with Latakia. Latakia is very distinct to me, at least. The others, I kind of get lost in the shuffle with that. So I'm working on it. I'll get there at some point. But, and again, this is from Dan Tobacco. And I'm very happy with this. It's a Balkan blend, which... I didn't know that. I didn't know that it was a Balkan blend. I didn't know Kentucky, Latakia, Oriental, Turkish, and Virginia was a... I should know this. I don't know why I didn't. The Balkan, for some reason. But anyway, that's just me being a goofball. But the flake was interesting because when I opened it, it looked more like a cake. And I think N.W. Piper mentioned that when he was doing his. But it's funny, when I rubbed it out, it was kind of dry. But when I started to light it, you could tell there was moisture there that was kind of hindering that a little bit. So just be cautious. It might benefit from 10, 15, 20 minutes of just airing out a little bit, whatever you rubbed out. But mostly it was pretty good right off the bat. It wasn't bad. Once you get that charring and you get going, you're fine. But it was weird because it seemed more drier than what it really was. And it was wet. Yeah, I'm screwing that all up. But in any case, it's good. I don't know if you can see that. But you get that white ash burning really well. It's got a really good smoke. Let me see if I put this down here. Nope, not enough smoke for that. I was seeing if you guys could see the smoke rise up from the fan. I'm actually doing better. My last video on the depression, the existential crisis kind of stuff. I am feeling better. In fact, I'm probably going to start reading after this tonight. I'm feeling in a better place. I think it helped to just kind of get it out there. And like I said in the video, I don't normally bitch and complain and kind of vent like that. I usually internalize all my demons or whatever you want, thoughts or whatever like that. Like when I'm in that kind of zone of depression, I kind of internalize it and go through it. That's just how I operate. But I feel better getting that out there like that. So, and I'm glad a lot of you seem to have benefited from it. So that's pretty cool. But definitely get yourself old Ironsides. I wouldn't say... Well, it's probably my favorite Latakia, to be honest. But then again, I can't remember what other Latakias I had in the last couple of months. But I think this is well balanced. Now, does it live up to the hype N.W. Piper said when he was doing his video? I would say yes. But for me, I don't think it's as high. I mean, it's great. I love it. But I don't think it's as... I'm not as excited as he was, I guess you could say. I enjoy this. And I think I'm going to smoke a lot of this. I know my Edward G. Robinson, I'm finally out of that tin. So I have a feeling this year, this is going to be the Edward G. Robinson. So this will probably... I don't know if I'm going to do it, like at the end of the year, do my top blends, because it's so cliche now. I'm not sure I'll do that, but we'll see. Got a long way to go. But I have a feeling this is this year's Edward G. Robinson. So far, I mean, this is the first review of the year, so it's very early. I shouldn't say it, but that kind of give you an idea of how much I like it. Anyway, that's going to do it for tonight. Hope you guys had a good weekend. Hope you guys relaxed, doing well, not stressed. We'll all get through this craziness that we call life. But I'm going to end this one here, and I will see you guys on the next one, which will probably be about Wednesday, doing Presbyterian, and we'll go from there. So I'll see you guys later. Thanks for tuning in.